Goodness gracious, camera problems today. Hello students, this is Mrs. K. So today we're working on our Sound Waves 2 book. You've got your Sound Waves 2 and you've opened it up to your Unit 2. Now I know that you've done lots of lovely work in here and that page there is looking very, very pretty and colourful for you by now. Probably quite a bit like mine. My beautiful page. I hope your page is looking like that as well. And now we're going to work on down the page, down to this exercise. This exercise is exercise number 4. Can you see that number 4 there? Yes, we're going to work on exercise number 4. I hope that you've already written out all of your words for today. Have you written out your list words, your quota? Your quota is the number of words that you have to work on. Now, if your home tutor has told you you need to work on 5 words every week, then that's the number of words that you will write down every day. And when you write them down, write them, have a try at writing it, and then maybe check it and see if it's right, and then rewrite it if you need to. And that way you're going to get really super good at writing out those words in your quota. And that'll make you a fantastic speller. Okay, let's have a look at number 4. If you haven't written your list words out yet, maybe you can do them after this lesson, or you can pause and come back and see me soon. Okay, we're ready to work on exercise number 4. Exercise number 4 tells us to write a stroke in the basket. So we see we've got all these balloons with a basket. A balloon with a basket, balloon and a basket, a balloon and a basket, a balloon and a basket, a balloon and a basket. So we're putting a stroke in the box, in the basket. Write a stroke in the basket for each sound in the picture name. So let's have a look at the pictures and see if we can say what the names of these are. First, we're just going to say what the names are. This is a, let's see if I can hold it up close enough so that you can see them clearly. This one is a bell. That's right, that one's a bell. This one is a bath. A bell, a bath, a bib, move it across, a block, a broom and a brush. The things we have here, a bell, a bath, a bib, a block, a broom and a brush. Okay, now let's see if we can listen this time. Listen, say it. I'll say it, you can say it, and we will both listen and hear how many sounds we can hear. This one, bell. Did you say bell? Now let's listen. How many sounds are in bell? B-e-l, b-e-l. I'm going to count them with my fingers. B-e-l. How many sounds is that? Let's do it again. B-e-l. That's 3 sounds. So we're going to put 3 strokes here in the basket. B-e-l. Okay. Did you write 3 strokes in the basket on your page? I'm going to do that right here on my page so that you can see what I mean. B-e-l. Here we go. I'll fold it over so it's easy for you to see in front of the camera. And here is where I wrote it. Can you see that nice and clearly? I put B-e-l. I put 3 strokes in that basket. You can see that basket next to it doesn't have any strokes in it because I haven't done that one yet. There's no strokes in that basket. I just put the 3 strokes in this basket here. 1 stroke for each sound. B-e-l. You see that one? So let's try it again. Let's say bell. B-e-l. How many strokes? 3, because there are 3 sounds in bell. B-e-l. all. 3 strokes. So have you put the 3 strokes in that basket? If you haven't done it yet, do it now. Okay, let's have a look at the next word. The next word is bath. 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 B-A-R. B-A-R. Do you put your tongue out when you say B-A-R? That's 3 sounds again. This one has 3 sounds. So I'm going to write my 3 strokes in. B-A-R. And I'll hold it up so you can see what I've done. B-A-R. Bath. Okay, so that's your 3 strokes for the word bath. B-A-R. 3 sounds, so we put 3 strokes in the basket. Let's have a look at the next word. The next word that we're going to think about now is this one here, and it is a bib. Bib. B-ib. B-ib. Can you hold up your fingers this time and tell me bib? B-ib. How many sounds is that? Hold up your fingers each time I make a sound. Are you ready? Start with no fingers up. And now, take that pencil away so it's not in the way. No fingers are showing now. And now I'm going to say the word bib, and I'm going to hold up 1 finger for each time that I make a sound. Bib. Are you ready? B-I-B. What do you think? Did you do it with me? Will we try again? Bib. B-I-B. How many sounds are there? Did you hold up 3 fingers too? So you're going to put 3 strokes in those baskets. Let's pop in 3 strokes. B-I-B. Have a look. This is what I've done. Does your balloon look like that? Your basket look like that? 3 strokes. Let's do one more now. This one is block. Now remember, not everything's going to have 3 sounds. Let's try this one and see. Block. B-l-o-k. B-l-o-k. Are you ready? No fingers showing yet. B-l-o-k. Let's try it. B-l-o-k. Let's do it again. Are you ready? You hold your fist like this. Ready? And then hold up 1 finger each time. B-l-o-k. B-l-o-k. Block. Okay, how many strokes are you going to write in the basket on your balloon? Wonder how many strokes you wrote. B-l-o-k. Did you write 4 strokes in the basket on your balloon? There it is. I've got 4 strokes. 1, 2, 3, 4. B-l-o-k. It's a lot of listening, isn't it? We have to really think about what we're hearing. We have to say it, because if I say it, you might not hear it as well as if you say it. So you need to say the word and really sound it out. Now, I'm not going to do the next 2 with you, but I'm going to help you just a little bit by saying those names again. The next picture is a broom. You should say that. You should say broom, 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 Can you hold up a finger each time I make a sound? I'm not going to hold up fingers. You're going to hold up fingers. Just you can hold up fingers this time, and I'm going to put my fingers away. Broom. 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 How many sounds was it? Broom. Put a stroke for every sound. First, count them with your fingers. And now put one stroke for every sound into the basket on your balloon. Okay, written down all the strokes. You can pause this recording if I'm going too fast. And then you can push play again when it's time to listen to some more. Okay, let's try the next one. Remember, push pause if it's too fast. Just start again soon, it's okay. The next word is brush. Brush. B-R-A-S-H. B-R-A-S-H. Brush. B-R-A-S-H. B-R-A-S-H. So putting one stroke for every sound into the basket on your balloon. Okay. Now remember, you can always push pause if it's going too fast, because it's okay for you to start again a little bit later. That's actually a really good idea. Smart people do things like that to help themselves. That's very clever. Okay, so the next one that we're doing now is exercise number 5. So you're working on this exercise here, showing you my book. I don't do any writing on my book. I keep it nice and clean so that I can do lots and lots of lessons using this book. And just write on my other copies of the lesson. And here's number 5. So we've worked on over here. We've done all of this page now. And now we can move over onto exercise number 5. Okay, exercise number 5 says to rewrite these words, adding ed onto each one. So we're going to write that word again, but we will add ed onto it. Finish the sentences with the new words. Let's have a look at what it tells us. Here are our words. We're going to read these words first. Let's just read them. Web. What's that say? Web. Web. And this one, rub. Rub. This one, sad. Sad. And this one, grab. Grab. Let's read all of those again. Web. Rub. I'm sorry, I read this one as sad. It doesn't say sad at all. I'm reading it back to front. That's why I got it wrong. It's hard to read back to front. This word is sob. Sob. S-O-B. Sob. Let's read them. Web. Rub. Sob. And grab. Okay, so you're going to write those words again, but then you're going to add ed onto each one. But you'll need to know some special tricks about adding ed. When we add ed onto a word, we need to know that sometimes we've got to double the letter that comes straight in front of it. And this is the lesson here. It says here, it says that when we add a b straight after the letters a, e, I, o, and a. So if we're adding a b, straight after the letters a, e, I, o, a, so a, e, I, o, or u, then we might need to put two b's. So let's see what these words make into. We're going to write it out like this. Here is the word web. And you're going to write it again. Start right over at this side, please. You're going to need a lot of space, so don't make your writing too big. You've got to make it a bit small today. To write that word web, write the word web again there, just like I've done. Have you written that word web? But right over this side. Now, it says we've got to add ed. So if you have a look at a duck's feet, have you seen duck's feet? Their feet are like that. They've got like little joiny bits in between their toes. So if those were duck toes, in between the duck toes, there's something like thin skin in between their toes. And we say their feet are webbed. Webbed. So not their feet are web, but their feet are webbed. So here it's got an ed at the end, webbed, webbed. Okay, so we're going to add an ed. And this is what I'm going to write on my page. I'm going to put W-E-B here, and I'm putting ed over there. Why did I do that? Why did I leave a space in between? I want it to be all one word, don't I? I do. But they've told me that I'm going to have to put two B's. If I want to add an ED onto my word web and make it webbed, I've got to put two B's. So I've left a space, so I've got enough space to write another B in between. This can be all one word. And now it says webbed. I've got to have two B's. Because it comes after that E, I've got to have two B's. Don't worry if it's a bit tricky right now. It will get easier the more of them we do. Okay? Next one. It tells me I've got to write this word now. Can you see this word? This word is, let's make sure you can see it, B. This word is rub. I've got to write that word again. So first thing I've got to do, I've got to write B. Did you write it down on your line? I'll just show you how I did it so that you'll know how to do it too. Here it is. B. B. Rub. That's the word rub. Now, I want to put ED on the end of that word. So right near the end of that line, I'm going to write ED. Let's have a look at what I did. I've got rub at the start of the line. And then I've got ED right over here at the end of that line. But I don't want it to have a big space in my word. Words don't have big spaces in the middle of them, do they? No. So I've got to remember, what was it I was trying to do? That's right. I want to add ED. So rub your tummy. Rub, rub, rub your tummy. Today, I rub my tummy. But last week, when I was really hungry, I rubbed my tummy. Rubbed. That's adding ED onto rub. Rubbed. And now, remember the rule is I've got to put two B's in the middle to make it all into one word. So I've put a B in the middle. Rubbed. Now, I don't really like that there's big spaces in the middle here, but at least my letters are in the right order. That's a good thing. Underneath that word, I'm just going to write it again without any spaces in between my letters, because words don't have spaces in the middle like that. No. But it is important to get my letters in the right order, so I've done that. Let's have a look at what I've done now. Underneath it, I wrote rubbed again. Rubbed. Rubbed. You see now I don't have those spaces, but I do have two letter B's together. Because that B is after the U and because it ends in ED, I've got to put two letter B's together. I'm going to do the same underneath webbed. Web. And what we might do, there it is. Here it is. Webbed and rubbed. I'm just going to sit here with this for a minute and hold it. And I want you to correct your work. Make sure your work looks just like that page, please. Make sure that you've got webbed. And I'd like you to write it 2 times so that you get used to how we write the word webbed. With that 2 B's in the middle and no spaces in the middle of our words, do we? No. It's okay to do it once to get used to how to write it out, but then we want to make sure there's no spaces in our word. Okay, I'm just going to hold this here while you copy it down and make sure that your work looks just like mine. Okay, so have you written out the word webbed 2 times like this? And have you written out the word rubbed 2 times like this? This one, and then that one there where there's no spaces in the middle of the word. If you've done that, that's very good work. If you haven't finished yet, that's okay. You can click pause so that you can keep on working on it, or you can come back and work on it a little bit more later on. Okay, so now I'm going to start working on the next word. Are you ready? Click pause if you want to stay here, or keep on playing otherwise, and we'll keep working. The next word on this page is sob. Sob. So what's the first thing I've got to do with sob? First, I have to write it on the line. That's right, write it on the line. Right over at the side, sob, sob. So here it is. I've written it on the line, right over at the side here. Let me see. Can you see that nice and neatly there? Beautiful. Sob. I start at the beginning of the line. That's because I know I'm going to need a little bit of room for my work. Now, at the end of this word, I want to add ed. Ed. There we go. That's what I've done. I've written sob, sob. And then I've said ed. Sob, ed. So, do you know what it means to sob? It means to cry a lot. Like, that's what it looks like when I sob. Last week, when I was really sad, I sobbed. Sobbed. So today I sob, today I cry. I don't really. Last week, when I was really sad, I sobbed. I didn't really, but let's write it down anyway. Sobbed. What was the rule I had to remember? I remember when I wrote web, and then I wrote ed, and I had to remember this rule about putting 2 B's in the middle. Needs 2 B's in the middle there, doesn't it? Let's have a look at this one. Rubbed. And I had to remember I need 2 B's in the middle. And I had to write the words out again. Webbed 2 B's, and rubbed with 2 B's. What do you think I'm going to do here now? Sobbed. Do you think I'm going to put another B in the middle now? Yes, because I need 2 B's in the middle of this word sobbed. There's 1 B there already. Now I'll put another one in. And this is what I'm writing. Have you got something like that on your page? You should have sobbed. Sobbed. I'll hold this here for a moment so that you can write that down on your page too. Okay, have you got an extra B in the middle of your word sobbed now? So it's S-O-B-B-E-D. Sobbed. I'm going to write it again underneath there because I don't want any spaces in the middle of my word. I want to write words without spaces in the middle, so I'm going to write it all without leaving big spaces in the middle this time. It's good practice for writing words correctly. There we go. Now I've got sobbed. Sobbed. You should write sobbed underneath your word as well now. I'll wait for a moment while you do that. Okay, now we're going to do one more. Oh, let's have a look at what the word is. This word at the end here. What does this word say? Grab. 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 So what do you think I'm going to write down here on this line? What do I have to do first of all? Do I need to write the word grab on this line first? Yes, I do. Yes, the first thing I need to do is write the word grab here on this line. Can you write that word grab on that line, please? Write it down. G-R-A-B. Just like what we can see in the book. Grab. Did you write G-R-A-B? Grab. Have you written this down on the line now? Does yours say G-R-A-B? Grab. Grab. So if you've written grab on that line, what do you think you need to do next? Do you think you need to write ED at the end of the line? ED. We're adding ED onto all of these words today, aren't we? Grabbed. Grabbed. Well, it nearly says grabbed, but something is wrong. There's something else we need to do. Did you write ED at the end? Write that. So you should have G-R-A-B. And you should have E-D. Just make sure that yours looks just like this one, G-R-A-B and then E-D. Now what should you do? Should you add a B in the middle? Should you put another B in the middle here? Because we have to have 2 B's together in the middle of a word when it ends with ED. Like this, grab. If the first word ends with a B and then we add an ED, we've got to add another B in the middle, don't we? Let's pop another B in the middle. Does yours look like this? Now, can you write that whole word underneath? G, A, D, grabbed. Let's see what yours looks like. I'll wait for a minute so that you can finish writing yours. Does yours look like this one? I'll let you finish writing. Do a little more. Does your writing look a bit like that? With no spaces in the middle of your word? I'll just hold that there for a moment so that you can copy that if you haven't quite got it right yet. Well, I'm very pleased. I think we've done great writing work. And now we've got lots of words to choose from when we do the next little bit. Oh, are you worn out? Whew. Have you done so much work? I'm very, very proud of you. You've done excellently well. And now we've just got a little bit more to go, and we'll see how you go with that. Let's read these words that we've written so far. We wrote, well, the word web was already there, and then we wrote webbed, and then we wrote it a little bit better because we didn't have any spaces in the middle. We wrote webbed, and that's like the webbed feet that a duck might have, right? And this one is rubbed. So it was the word rub, and we wrote rubbed. And then we wrote it again with no spaces. We wrote rubbed, like he rubbed his tummy. And then we've got the word sob, and we wrote sobbed. But we didn't like it too much because it had spaces in the middle of our word, and spaces in the middle is not very good. So then we wrote it again, sobbed. And then we saw the word grab, and we wrote grabbed. But it had some spaces in, so we wrote it again, grabbed. Okay, now we're going to fill in the words in these sentences, and then we'll have like a whole sentence that we help to write. So the first sentence says, ducks have something feet. Oh, ducks have something feet. One of these words will be the right word for us to fill that in with. One of those words there. One of those. Will it be ducks have webbed feet? Ducks have rubbed feet? Ducks have sobbed feet? Or ducks have grabbed feet? What do you think? Which word do you think we should write in here? Ducks have something feet. I think it's going to say ducks have webbed feet. So I'm going to write webbed in here. Let's try that out. Let's write webbed on that line. W-E-B-B. Ed. Webbed. Webbed. Webbed feet. Now you've got that word there. You can just copy it down into that space. So guess what? I've written it down. Did you write it down? Your page will look like this. Now you'll have it saying, ducks have webbed feet. Ducks have webbed feet. There it is again. Ducks have webbed feet. Web. W, E, B, D. Webbed. Ducks have webbed feet. Now we're going to work on our next sentence. It says Bobby, and it's got a line, an empty line. So Bobby something, the words off the blackboard. Sometimes I use a whiteboard in our lessons and I write on with my marker, and then when I want to take the words off my whiteboard, I can just go I can use a rubber, I can use a cloth. Sometimes I even just use my fingers and just, what do I do to take them off? Oh, one of these words, it's going to be one of these words here. Bobby webbed the words off the blackboard. I don't think that's right. Bobby rubbed the words off the blackboard. Do you think that sounds right? Bobby rubbed the words off the blackboard? Yes. Bobby rubbed the words off the blackboard. Can you write rubbed on that line? Bobby rubbed. Bobby rubbed the words off the blackboard. You'll be able to write it in on your page now. Bobby rubbed the words off the blackboard. Rubbed. So you need to write rubbed. The. And another B, because remember we said we had to write 2 letter B's in the middle of these words. E. And D. So that says Bobby rubbed the words off the blackboard. We've worked hard, haven't we? We've got 2 sentences left. We've only got to find 2 words and put them in their right places. Let's get this one finished. This next sentence says, Brett something the bottle before it fell off the table. Now we already used 2 of our words. We've already used webbed and we already used rubbed, so it must be one of these, either sobbed or grabbed. Brett sobbed the bottle before it fell off the table. I don't think he sobbed a bottle. That doesn't make any sense at all. So let's try another one. Brett grabbed the bottle before it fell off the table. Brett grabbed the bottle before it fell off the table. Yes, so it's going to be that word grabbed. So I'm going to write grabbed the bottle before it fell off the table. And I'm going to hold that up here so that you can see what I wrote. I wrote Brett grabbed the bottle before it fell off the table. Make sure you don't make your writing too big so that you'll be able to fit this word in here. Brett grabbed the bottle before it fell off the table. Over here we go. Grabbed. See what you can do with that one. Grabbed. Grabbed. So you've got G. Good work. G. Now you're going to write the R. That letter there is the R. Writing the Now you're going to write A. Letter A says A. So writing that letter A. And then B. So writing a letter B. And then again writing the letter B. Two letter B's, don't we? So you wrote one, but now you're writing the next one, B. Then you're writing the letter E. And finally, you're writing the letter D. So all up, you're going to have the word grabbed. With a D at the end, grabbed. And this says, Brett grabbed the bottle before it fell off the table. We've got one sentence left to write. And I am so proud of the effort that you have put into this good work today. Let's get this one last sentence done, and then we're going to be finished sound waves for today. And I'm pretty happy about that. Okay, here we go. This says, the little lost boy, the little lost boy something for his mother. Now, we already used all of the other words up the top, so there's only one other word left that it could be. It must be this one, sobbed. The little lost boy sobbed for his mother. Can you write that word sobbed in on that line? And then we will have written this sentence. And I'm very proud of us. Sobbed. D. So that ED says D, doesn't it? Let's have a look. The little lost boy sobbed for his mother. The little lost boy, and write S. Can you write that sound? S. O. So you've got S first. And then O. S. O. Remember, you can pause it and start and wait until, sorry, keep working until you're up to where I'm up to. S. O. B. S. O. B. And you're going to write B again. So you've got S, O, B, and write the B again because there are two B's in the middle of this word. S, O, B, B. And then E, the letter E. So it's S, O, B, B, E. And then D. S, O, B, B, E, and then D. S, O, B, B, E, D. Sobbed. Wow. Did you do all that? Have you done all of that writing? That was a lot of writing, wasn't it? I think we've worked really, really well, and I'm so impressed with what we've done today. And it's okay. If you got part way and then you couldn't quite get it all done, that's okay. You can have another try another time. But we'll be back for some more. But right now, I think you need to go and do something else for a while because that was a lot of work. Bye-bye, everybody. Good work. See you again soon.